Welcome to Her Money Revolution. I'm your host, Angela Brooks, your guide on this journey to becoming a wealthy woman. As a certified financial planner, owner, and advisor at Family Capital Management, I'm on a mission to simplify the conversation around investing and to help women generate more wealth by making their money work for them. Join me as we navigate powerful financial planning strategies to help you achieve your personal and professional goals. This podcast is your go-to destination for no fluff, easy to implement financial and investing advice. If you are ready to achieve audacious financial goals, dream beyond boundaries, and generate massive wealth for you and your family, this podcast is for you. Grab a notebook. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to Her Money Revolution, the podcast where we empower women to grow their wealth by making their money work for them. I'm your host, Angela Brooks, and today we're talking about something that hits almost everyone this time of year. You probably can guess it. It is holiday spending, buying all the gifts, seeing all the Christmas lights, the music, the sales. If you're anything like me, I know I get and so does my husband actually, very caught up on the Black Friday sales, all the amazing deals, which is great because you do spend or save a lot of money when you shop the sales, but it's easy to get caught up and then overspend, only then to feel regret when the credit card bills start arriving in January. Or maybe you've been listening to my podcast long enough and you don't rack up those credit card bills, but then come January, you're like, oh, dang, I don't have any cash. I don't have enough in my checking account to start paying or continue paying my bills for January. But here's the good news. You can enjoy the holidays and protect your spending plan. You don't have to choose between joy and financial responsibility. So today I'm going to share 5 practical tips for mindful holiday spending, ways to give meaningful gifts, and how to set boundaries so that you start the new year with peace of mind, not financial stress. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and dive in. Tip number 1, set a realistic holiday spending plan, and the trick is stick to it. The very first step is knowing your numbers. Decide before you shop or get on your phone to do online shopping or your computer. Decide before how much you can spend on gifts, how much you plan on spending on travel or entertaining, and then all of those little extras. You know, certain things, it's like, oh, I didn't even think about this, but last minute ideas, plan for them because they're going to happen. Even if you are like, no, literally, I don't think I have to spend anything extra. No, you will. So just plan on it. One client of mine thought that she had to keep up with her extended family gift exchange. And she comes from a very wealthy family and she has resources, but not as much as her family. And she felt like she really needed to continue to buy everyone gifts, and not just like cheap, inexpensive gifts, but like really expensive ones. And that was out of her budget. We mapped it out and I helped her walk through like, okay, who are you gifting? How much for that bag is going to cost you this amount? And we mapped it out, and then she realized it meant putting hundreds of dollars on credit card. And so I went back to her, I'm like, what are your values? Is this in line with your values? A lot of the planning that I do with my clients is based on, making decisions around that are aligned with your values. And so when I brought that up to her, she's like, I don't think I can do this. So we created a realistic spending plan for Christmas. And you can actually download a spending plan on my website. So I'll also share the link in these meeting notes for you for easy access. But when her and I walked through this, she felt so empowered and was excited to approach the Christmas and holiday season, knowing that she has a plan and that she is not going to spend too much. And then she presented this idea to her family as well at Thanksgiving. And it seemed like it was received pretty well that, maybe we'll just draw names or, one person, we'd have a gift exchange where we're not buying gifts, unnecessary gifts for everybody. So that's practical tip number 1. Set a realistic holiday spending plan and stick to it. Tip number 2, focus on experiences over things. You guys, these are pretty basic. You're like, yeah, I know this. But if you're listening, keep listening because some of these basic things We assume we know better, but then we just don't because it's not top of mind. I ask my kids that are 10, 8, and 6, like, what do you guys want for Christmas? And they are like, I don't know. Can you give me some ideas? And it was a little humbling for me. Like my kids literally don't even know what to ask for because they have a lot. We get those magazines in the mail, like gift ideas, or we pull up an Amazon list, like ideas to shop. And I'm like, oh, we have that. Oh, they have that. Oh, we have 2 of those. Oh, yeah, that's probably still in a box somewhere. So we really started focusing on like, okay, what kind of experiences? Where do you want to go? What you want to go see a basketball game or a football game? Or do you want to go spend the night in a hotel and go swimming? Or, different ideas rather than just gifts that they don't even need. Some of the best gifts aren't the ones that are wrapped in nice, shiny Christmas paper under the Christmas tree, right? They are those shared experiences. So things like a family game night or popcorn night or concert tickets, things that can create memories that will last far longer than any toy or new Christmas sweater. And then here's a wealth building twist to consider. May not be as fun and exciting if you have younger kids, but what about gifts that continue to grow over time? Like contributing to a college 529 plan or funding a custodial Roth IRA or an investment account for a child or a grandchild. I have a lot of clients that actually do this, for their own kids or for their grandkids. And the impact goes far beyond just Christmas morning. Tip number 3, practice mindful gift giving. So before buying, ask yourself, is this gift meaningful? Is it aligned with my values? One idea that I have shared with clients, and I've used it myself, to give their adult children a money date. Rather than giving them, I don't know what people are giving nowadays, but like rather than giving them a Stanley Cup that they don't need because they already have 5 others, say, hey, I want to take you guys out for a date, money date, or give them cash so they, the spouses can go together, or take them together with you for a nice dinner, pay for the bill, maybe even open up the conversation about investing and values. Bring along a conversation guide to help spark some of those discussions. And you can ask them if you're like, hey, I don't even know, like if you have kids, you don't even know how to start that conversation. I have resources on my website that you can grab too, but just simple things like, how do you feel about money? How are you managing your money? What practical tips can you help me? Ask your kids, like, hey, what do you do that you think is working for you that maybe I should start doing? It's more than just a gift, right? You're creating a legacy or a moment with your family. And remember, gifts that teach, that inspire, or that strengthen connection often hold far more value than those that simply fill space under the Christmas tree. I'm not against the ones that are under the Christmas tree. I love a big Christmas morning. But if you're having a Christmas morning, you're opening these gifts and you're not connecting with your family, or you're not having meaningful conversation, what's the point? So let's be mindful about the gifts that we're giving. Tip number 4, set boundaries around holiday expenses. This one can feel tough, especially with family traditions. We want to continue those family traditions. So there's beauty in that. But boundaries are a form of self-care. And if you're doing these big gift exchanges or expensive travel to be together or endless events that stretch you too thin, it's okay to say, no, I can't do this any longer. I'm sorry, I don't want to break a tradition, but financially this is stretching me too thin. I just don't have the resources. Or I'm choosing, I have clients who are like, no, but I do have the resources. Okay, well, maybe you have the resources, but it's not aligned with your values anymore. And that's okay too. Maybe we start suggesting alternatives. In our family, we've learned to simplify the holidays over the years. My sister keeps having more grandkids. So the family keeps getting extended and extended, which is amazing and beautiful and lovely. But instead of buying gifts for every extended family member, we started doing a fun name draw where each person gives one thoughtful gift, or we'll do a white elephant gift, something that's just a fun exchange and we're connecting and having a fun time, but it's not money spent on excessive gift giving. I used to do that as a child too. I remember going to my grandma and grandpa's, and it was at Thanksgiving, and all the cousins would get together and we'd all pull out a name, and we had so much fun, like keeping a secret Santa. Like I always remember shopping for my cousins, and you get a couple lists, and that was always fun. So that's another great idea. I've heard a lot of families do that. We've also decided to share experiences more than gifts. So, like baking cookies together, or going ice skating, or a family movie night. My niece is playing basketball at the Van Andel, so we're all going as a family to go celebrate her or watch her at Van Andel, which is going to be amazing. But actually, by the time you're listening to this, I've already done that, so I'm sure it was a blast. But anyway, those experiences bring, again, far more joy and far less stress than spending hours shopping in the malls and buying things that aren't necessary. By setting boundaries, we've not only saved money, but also created more space for what really, really matters. And that's connection, right? And that's peace of mind, and that's being present, or your presence when you are with your family members. Tip number 5, remember the heart of the holidays. It's not gifts, right? It's not spending too much money. At the end of the day, the holidays are about connection. The holidays, to me, are about gratitude and celebrating what matters the most. And Christmas specifically is about the birth of Jesus Christ. And we shouldn't have that be so impacted by the pressure of society to go shopping and buy certain things, or to overspend just to prove your love. Let this be the year that you let all of that pressure go. Your kids, your spouse, your friends, they don't want you to feel pressure to buy them things. They just want you. They want your time. They don't want a big, expensive gift and then have you in the corner feeling guilty or not being fully present and joyful because you're stressing out about the debt that you're in and able to give them those expensive gifts. And most importantly, when you align your spending with your values, you'll feel proud of yourself, and you will enter into January with peace and comfort, knowing like, hey, good job managing my expenses. So as you plan, as you shop, hopefully you've already done a lot of your shopping, and celebrate this year, give yourself permission to do it differently. Give yourself permission to set those boundaries and to say, that doesn't change my love for you. It just changes my bank account. Choose joy over pressure. Okay. Presence over perfection. That's where true wealth and the real magic of Christmas lives. I know that we are at the tail end of this holiday season by the time this episode drops. But still, I want you to remember these 5 tips. If it's never this year, and this is around anything, right? Like vacations or spring break. You can use these things too also for spring break. Set a spending plan. Prioritize experiences. Give mindfully. Set healthy boundaries. And keep the heart of the holiday at the center of everything that you do. I'd love to hear from you. What's one way that you're planning to spend intentionally this Christmas? I love to get the DMs from you. So shoot me an email or DM me. Thank you for tuning in to Her Money Revolution. I am so grateful for you. And I hope your holiday season is filled with peace and joy and financial confidence. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you are feeling more empowered in your financial journey. Remember, follow and subscribe to Her Money Revolution on your favorite podcast platform, and share your feedback by leaving a review. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway from today's episode. Until next time, stay inspired.